It was a decent game week, with a score of 48 points, earning a green arrow and a rise to 1.1 million. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button for weekly team selection videos throughout the season. Also, don't forget to join my mini-league via the link in the description. Starting Matt Sells over David Raya paid off handsomely as he delivered a clean sheet in Nottingham Forest's commanding 3-0 victory over West Ham. It was a rough game week for my defenders, with all of them blanking. Defensive expectations were low for Gabriel and Trent Alexander-Arnold given their tough matchups, but they also fell short in attack. Meanwhile, Ray and Aït-Nouri did manage a chance inside the box, but fired it over the crossbar, adding to the overall disappointment. The midfield struggled as well, with Bukayo Saka unable to make an impact against Newcastle's solid defence, and Bryan Mbeumo remaining quiet throughout the game. Emile Smith-Rowe showed some promise but couldn't capitalise on it. On a brighter note, Brennan Johnson scored in Spurs' impressive comeback, overturning a 1-0 half-time deficit to secure a 4-1 win over Aston Villa. Up front, it was a familiar tale of disappointment, with Dominic Calvert-Lewin blanking for the 6th consecutive match. Captain Erling Haaland came close to an equaliser, only for his close-range shot to be saved by Mark Travers, with the rebound agonisingly hitting the woodwork. The silver lining, however, was Dominic Solanke's standout 16-point haul, which salvaged an otherwise devastating game week. Unfortunately, the returns of Anthony Robinson and Morgan Rogers were left wasted on my bench, adding to the frustration of the game week. Now let's shift our focus to the transfer plans for game week 11. This week, I'm seriously considering selling Erling Haaland to free up funds for Mohamed Salah. However, the decision isn't straightforward, especially with Kevin De Bruyne back on the bench last week. Haaland tends to be more involved in scoring goals when De Bruyne is around, making this transfer choice all the more challenging. So with 2 free transfers remaining, I'm going to sell Bukayo Saka and Trent Alexander-Arnold to free up funds for Mohamed Salah. For the open defensive slot, I'm opting to bring in Newcastle's Lewis Hall, who offers a solid budget option. Reflecting on my Game Week 6 wildcard, selling Mohamed Salah now feels like a serious misstep. Salah has been outstanding, leading the game with 93 points and matching Cole Palmer's 12 goal involvements with 7 goals and 5 assists so far. He's also on penalty duties, successfully converting 2 spot kicks this season. Although his upcoming 4 fixtures are challenging, his consistent returns make him invaluable. Looking ahead to Game Week 12, where he faces Southampton, Salah stands out as a prime candidate for the captain's armband. Lewis Hall provides a solid budget option in defence at just 4.3 million and offers a differential, with ownership at only 2.6%. He's now started 5 consecutive matches, completing 90 minutes in all but 1. During this stretch, Newcastle have kept 2 clean sheets, on par with Everton and Forest. Looking ahead, Newcastle have a promising fixture run over the next 7 game weeks, including matchups against promoted sides Leicester and Ipswich. With that in mind, here's how my team is shaping up for game week 11. Forest have been solid defensively, with a league-best 2 clean sheets in the last 4 matches. Last game week, they limited West Ham to a league-low 0.13 expected goals. This week, they face a Newcastle side that, despite securing their first win in 6 matches last game week, has struggled to find the net consistently, managing only 10 goals all season, fewer than all but 3 other teams. So I'm starting Sells again this week. Aït-Nouri did not have the best of games last week against Crystal Palace, but he still leads all defenders with an impressive 5 goal involvements this season. He now faces a Southampton side that registered just 0.74 expected goals, better than just 3 teams. Also, they have scored just 7 goals, the lowest in the league this season. Among defenders, only 3 players can better Lewis Hall's expected assists of 1.3 this season, as he takes set pieces and has 1 assist to his name this season. However, this week he faces a Forest side that is in formidable form, currently on a 3-game unbeaten streak. During this period, only Spurs have scored more goals than Forest's 7. After enduring 3 consecutive blanks, Anthony Robinson provided returns with an assist in Fulham's winning goal over Brentford last game week. Fulham ranks joint first alongside Forest for the fewest big chances conceded, allowing just 13 this season. This week, Robinson faces a Palace side struggling for consistency, with only 1 win in their last 10 matches and a meagre 8 goals scored, only surpassing Southampton. Bryan Mbeumo may have had a quiet game week, but he continues to lead all midfielders with an impressive tally of 8 goals, including 2 successful penalty conversions this season. This week, he is up against a Bournemouth side that are good defensively. with wins over Manchester City and Arsenal, and a draw against Villa in their last 3 matches. However, despite this recent resilience, Bournemouth have managed just 1 clean sheet all season. Emile Smith-Rowe put in an impressive performance last game week, even though it didn't translate to any returns on the score sheet. He led the match, creating 4 chances, the most of any player in the game. He now faces a Palace side that have conceded 9 big chances over the last 3 matches. Only 4 teams have allowed more during that span. Brennan Johnson returned to scoring form last game week, breaking a 2-game dry spell. This week, he faces an Ipswich side that have struggled defensively, conceding a league-high 11 goals in the last 4 matches. During the same period, Spurs have been on a scoring spree, netting the most goals in the league with 8. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's recent form has been disappointing, with 6 consecutive blanks now testing my patience. Despite this, I can't justify taking a points hit to replace him this week. However, he faces a West Ham defence that have struggled recently, conceding 8 goals and allowing 10 big chances over the last 3 matches. Erling Haaland was unfortunate not to score last game week, despite leading with a game week high of 5 shots. This week, he faces a challenging away fixture at Brighton, who remain unbeaten at home this season. However, with Kevin De Bruyne back, there's hope he can recapture the prolific form he displayed earlier, scoring 9 goals in just 4 matches before his recent struggles. Mo Salah has been in exceptional form recently, finding the net in 3 consecutive matches. His 3 goals in the last 3 game weeks are second only to Chris Wood. With an expected goal involvement of 7.4 this season, he trails only Erling Haaland, highlighting his consistent threat in attack. This week, he faces a Villa side that conceded 4 goals to Spurs and allowed an expected goals of 2.44, second only to Wolves. Dominic Solanke bounced back impressively from 2 consecutive blanks, delivering 2 goals and an assist last game week. He led the game week with 5 shots, showcasing his potential in front of goal. He faces an Ipswich defence that have struggled, with a league-worst expected goals conceded of 23.1 and 45 big chances allowed. While Salah competes for the captaincy, Solanke's home fixture against Ipswich slightly edges the Egyptian for the armband. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more FPL content. Also follow me on X and Instagram, where I will post my final team for Game Week 11 before the deadline,